Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's got it to about the 40. You talk about this Bengals defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They're the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Over the middle, it's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Lions, first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Lions, first down.
Gibbs straight ahead. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
13 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bengals 16.
Here's Goff. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's get set. Dot. 180. Dot.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go. Dot.
Play action. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10
Here we go.
50-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. Second and 10.
50-yard line.
Here we go. Dot. 180. Dot.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
180. Dot.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
11 mighty.
First and
11
10
mighty.
at the 17-yard line.
Done. Dot. 12. Dot.
They go play action with Burrow. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10.
Let's get set. Dot.
Burrow on play action. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
He may go back to the high level of discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to lead me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. Brown. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they come up now, second and goal.
On 1, ready? Here we go. Dot.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense.
On 1, ready?
So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Here we go. Dot. 180.
Third and goal. Burrow. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the one. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on fourth and goal at the one. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. From the end zone, gone. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Down to the 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
11 mighty. Just set. 180. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 12. 12. 12.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
On one, right?
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Williams to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Detroit.
Again, Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Bell. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
12. Here we go. Right 80. Stop.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st down.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that would shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Up. 180.
Gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Bates' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we've got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Looked like an issue with his snap, and he pulled it wide left. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap largely to blame.
11.
These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Gun. Shot. 180. Shot.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
For Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Gibbs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta taking it in. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man open, it's Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
First and 10.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
11 mighty.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Stop. 180. Right up.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Higgins. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 159 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Another run for Gibbs here. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
11.
Now back to throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 64 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
The Bengals.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
The score, Lions 31, Bengals 15.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. Goff now looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
A gain of 21 yards.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 199 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. A tackle made by Boye Mafe. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Wide 80. What is that?
Burrow will throw. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Wide 80.
Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow changing the look. Oh, he's got him out wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready? Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Wide 80. Dot.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 8 yards out. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. Throwing, Burrow. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now. Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
11 MT.
To throw, Burrow. And he rifles one incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Right 80.
Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
At the 43-yard line.
Gun.
Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Here's 1st down.
15 more yards. That's another Bengal.
Now Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll